Hey everybody, Sam with BCL, out here at Port Aransas, Texas, doing some night pier fishing for trout. Just threw it. So far I've got a couple of speckled trout, a couple of sand trout, and that almost looked like a skipjack. There's just so many trout out here, it's ridiculous. Out here underneath these lights. All I'm doing is throwing a 1/4 ounce cotton cordell, letting it sink pretty good, and slowly popping it back. Let's see here. Nope, that's a pinfish or perch. Just a little guy. Surprised he even came after it. Put the rod down, put him in the light. Definitely a pretty little fish here. Little pinfish. They can be used for bait, but I've got a couple of them already, so I'm going to let this guy go. And again, all I'm using is a 1/4 ounce cotton cordell, little Walmart special cheap spoon. Everybody else just left. A couple of guys out here that I was fishing with, but yeah, it's been a fun night so far. Getting to be nice and quiet, so hopefully we'll get into something. It's almost 2 a.m. now. I've got to catch a little bit of sleep at some point, because by 7:30 I've got to be set up for the deep sea trip. And so that's going to be a lot of fun. I'll have a camera out with me on that, so I'll share that experience with everybody. All that popping that you're hearing are these trout popping the surface. They're chasing a big school of shad and rain minnows. That was another hit. But yeah, it's just been a slow night, or a fairly slow night. Did have a flounder on the off of a bottom rig earlier. I've been catching a bunch of crabs, actually hooking a bunch of blue crabs. They've all been females. 4 of the 8 have not had eggs, and they were big enough I could have kept, but I didn't. But it's going to be interesting to see how the rest of the trip goes. There he is, right there at the pier. And he's up. Not big enough though, I don't think. I don't want to get bit by these things either. I know, I'm going to let you go. Get my pliers out of the forceps out of the pocket and get the hook out of him. As you can tell, he's got fangs on the top. It's a little speckled trout. Pretty little fish, probably about 12 to 13 and a half inches. Pretty little guy, but he's going back. All the speckled trout that we've caught this evening have been undersized. They need to be 17 to keep, and the biggest one has been 16 and a quarter. That was the only one that we measured because we thought it was probably going to be big enough, but it wasn't. And this little cotton cordell, and just bring it back kind of slow underneath the lights. It's all that it takes most of the tonight to track the bite. Not sure if anybody can see, but casting just to the shadow outside the light, letting it sink, and there are schools of these fish mixed together just all over the place. There he is. Nope. Let go. I probably should have rolled when everybody was here, because met a couple of locals. They had a lot of great fishing stories that they were sharing. I had a few from when I was a kid out here, so it was just nice sitting out here and talking to people that been down here on the coast for 30 plus years. A lot of experience. I showed them some things that I've picked up. They showed me some things that they've picked up. It was just a really fun evening all the way around. Let's see if I get one more before I cut video. See if I can just let it sink a little bit longer. But yeah, it's a nice quiet evening out here. Air temperature finally cooled off into the, I think it's probably mid to low 80s now. It only got up to 96 with a nice sea breeze. But we'll see what happens. Try to get one more on video. Good cast just out past the shadow. Yeah, don't think the camera caught that one. One of the trout that just came up that you probably heard pop was probably a keeper. If not, it was very close. I did catch a whiting earlier and a sand trout, but I did not get on video. And so we'll just see how the next little bit goes. If I do hook into something else, I'll start the video back. But that's what it's like out here tonight or early morning.